Remember when Michael Jordan could slap his name on a toaster and it'd sell out faster than a Black Friday TV deal? Well, welcome to the Caitlyn Clark takeover, where one dazzling baller just sent shockwaves through the hardwood hierarchy so massive, seasoned WNBA pros are sweating bullets under those over-tightened headbands. And no, it's not from running laps. It's because Caitlyn just locked in a deal that screams Air Clark in capital letters. Caitlyn Clark isn't just moving product. She's flipping the cultural landscape like a point guard with a personal rebrand strategy. A record-smashing partnership with a billion-dollar powerhouse has the entire sports world spinning, while some salty veterans pretend they didn't just see their own league get upstaged by one of its youngest stars. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill endorsement. It's the most iconic basketball alignment since that kid from North Carolina laced up his first pair of Air Jordans. Only this time, it's a woman owning the spotlight. Clark, the new queen of the court, and retail royalty rolled into one. Hang around till the end, because we'll reveal the iconic stat that links Caitlyn and MJ, and what he had to say about her game, which is making Angel Reese oh so jealous. Let's zoom out for a second. Wilson, the official game ball supplier of the NBA and WNBA, just crowned Caitlyn Clark the first woman since Michael Jordan to get her very own signature basketball collection. Somewhere, Cheryl Swoops probably just bit her lip so hard it drew blood. Irony alert. The same Swoops who's been dissecting Clark's career more than her own in the last few months. And now, Caitlyn's name is right up there with MJ in the brand legacy books. These aren't your dusty old PE class balls either. Nope, we're talking polished, white and gold collector's items with precision detailing that highlight her greatest moments. There's a threes up edition, honoring her fearless bombs from way downtown. The record breaker nods to her stats so wild they needed their own documentary. And Crowd Maestro, a tribute to her insane ability to turn every game into a rock concert, with her running the show like a stage boss in high tops. And just when you thought this was peak hype, Wilson couldn't keep up with demand. These balls sold out faster than Angel Reese's patience in a post-game presser. Tens of thousands, wiped out in under 40 minutes. That's shorter than the time it takes the WNBA to tweet something vague about equality. This wasn't just a product launch, it was a full-on cultural detonation. Think sneaker drop energy meets TikTok virality, and just when people finished catching their breath, Clark hit us with another move, teaming up with none other than Hy-Vee, the beloved Midwestern grocery giant. That's right, Caitlyn's turning supermarket aisles into sold-out hype zones. Calling all Caitlyn Clark fans, 2 new limited edition basketballs are now available at select Hy-Vee stores. The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee location. Amanda Lamb, Wilson's global brand chief, couldn't have put it clearer. Caitlyn Clark is not just a record-setting athlete, but a cultural icon. Translation? She's not just playing the game. She's redefining what it even means to be in the game. Wilson's not giving her a promo slot. They're betting the entire women's basketball brand on her back. This is a seismic shift, not a marketing moment. And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlyn Clark. Now the ripple effects, they're tsunami level. This kind of move reshapes the map for women's sports endorsements. While Clark's out here signing game-changing deals, some league critics are left in the corner like, wait, how'd she lap us without breaking a sweat? Caitlyn isn't just making waves. She's flooding the market, and some players are trying to plug the dam with tweets. Let's crunch some numbers, because, spoiler alert, Caitlyn's stats make even the haters do double takes. Her WNBA matchups are pulling 1.18 million viewers on average. That's nearly triple the league norm. She's not lifting the standard, she's launching it into orbit. One rookie and boom, the whole landscape's flipped upside down. Ticket sales, gone in minutes. TV ratings, best in league history. Online clips, exploding every week. People who couldn't name a single WNBA team last season now have Indiana Fever notifications turned on. Why? Because every second Clark's on the court, she's rewriting the rules. She's not just entertaining, she's converting casuals into superfans. A one-woman content factory. A full-blown economic shot of adrenaline straight to women's hoops. She's bringing in everyone. Gen Z, they're watching her highlight reels like it's homework. Boomers, she gives off major Larry Bird vibes. If Larry had a TikTok and $1 billion deal. Middle America, they're tuning in like it's Monday Night Football. Everyone's catching Caitlyn fever. Except, of course, for a few familiar names still nursing bruised egos and wondering how she hijacked their media spotlight by simply playing better basketball. And here's the kicker. Caitlyn didn't beg for this spotlight. She didn't play the diva card. She just came in, balled out, shattered records, and left the endorsement gates wide open. And now Angel Reese, who's been more active on social media than on the scoreboard, has to sit front row while Caitlyn gets handed the keys to the sneaker kingdom and the grocery aisle throne. Call it karma. Or better yet, call it Caitlyn Clark. So while Angel Reese is out here firing off subtweets and tossing shade like she's trying to win a social media slam dunk contest, Caitlyn Clark's busy building a $1 billion brand empire. She's sealing deals with Wilson, joining the most exclusive club in basketball history. You know, the one that only had Michael Jordan in it until she walked in. Call it envy, call it confusion, call it what you want. But the math doesn't lie. And what Caitlyn's doing right now? It's barely the first quarter of what's to come. And you don't have to just take my word for it. Listen to the legends. Mike Breen, the voice of every epic NBA Finals moment you've ever heard, practically baptized Caitlyn Clark into the Hall of Greatness when he spoke about her in the same breath as basketball's Mount Rushmore. That's not Twitter hype. That's historical validation. She's doing braiding-wise for the WNBA what Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry have been doing for the NBA. Because here's the bigger picture. What Clark's doing isn't just confined to the hardwood. She's building a legacy off the court that's even more jaw-dropping. Forget trending. Caitlyn Clark is the moment. She's officially the fourth most marketable athlete on the planet. Let that settle in. Not just among WNBA players, not even just in women's sports. We're talking global athletes. She's outshining entire leagues, Olympic icons, and more than a few WNBA players who are still tweeting from the bench, trying to figure out where the cameras went. And while she's being crowned by marketing firms and dominating global rankings, the WNBA's suddenly riding shotgun to the Caitlyn Clark freight train. This is primetime territory we're entering. More endorsements, more primetime TV spots, more visibility than the league's ever seen. Clark is the storm, and the WNBA finally has the weather it's been praying for. But let's be real. Not everyone's thrilled. While Clark is smiling at press conferences and stacking her bag, some of the old guard is out here chewing sour grapes like it's a pre-game ritual. Because this isn't just a rookie with game, it's a phenom with power. And that kind of leverage makes some folks uncomfortable. Picture it. A freshman in the league breaks 62 records, averages over 1 million viewers per game, and packs out arenas like she's the Taylor Swift of the three-point line. It should be a league-wide celebration. Instead, it's met with eye rolls, stray elbows, and vague Instagram posts that read like moody teen diary entries. Let's not get it twisted. The WNBA's always been about grit, grind, and earning your spot. It's a league built by pioneers who clawed their way into the spotlight. But now, Caitlyn Clark shows up, sets fire to every stat board, and suddenly everyone else's lighting looks dim. Some see it as her cutting the line. The truth? She lapped them, and did it while smiling for the cameras. And that bitterness? It's not subtle anymore. It's landing hard on the court. Players are coming at Clark with a little too much "welcome to the league" energy, like trying to send a message with every shoulder check and hard foul. This isn't just competitiveness. This is personal. It's what happens when someone else's rise makes your own resume feel a little dusty. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they gotta be drama. Because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they gotta be drama because they're jealous. Why the salt? Simple. Clark's got what others have always chased. The brand deals. The media buzz. The gravity. She's the one shifting the culture, and for players who spent their prime waiting for a fraction of this spotlight, it stings. They're asking, why now? But the better question is, why not her? Even Charles Barkley, the original straight shooter, couldn't keep quiet. He lit up the studio with his usual unfiltered truth, calling out the envy and telling WNBA players to stop hating and start appreciating. Because here's what no one wants to admit. Caitlyn's putting a high-beam spotlight on problems that have been ignored for years. Low pay, lackluster marketing, a disconnection from mainstream fans. She didn't cause the cracks in the foundation, but her rise, it's exposing every weak spot. Now chew on this. Caitlyn Clark makes $76,500 from her WNBA salary. That's right, just over $76,000. But her endorsements? North of $11 million. You don't need a calculator to know that's a flex so hard it's bending the salary cap. And that cash, it's rewriting expectations. Suddenly, multi-million-dollar deals in the WNBA aren't pipe dreams, they're headlines. But here's the catch. The league has to stop resisting the current and ride the wave, or they'll drown in their own denial. We're staring at a crossroads. Caitlyn Clark isn't just a baller, she's a brand, a movement, a reckoning. She's challenging the league to grow, adapt, and level up. And if the vets don't stop asking why her, and start asking how do we ride this wave, they'll be watching from the stands as the game leaves them in the dust. Just when the noise seemed to hit its peak, the voice of all voices stepped in, and the entire basketball universe stopped. Michael Jordan, the legend himself. And what he said about Caitlyn Clark? Well, it was nothing short of a mic drop heard across all 6 time zones. Jordan, the man who made basketball global and turned sneakers into stock options, personally co-signed Caitlyn Clark with a statement that might as well have come with a plaque. This wasn't just a polite nod, it was admiration. He talked about how surreal it is to see kids now mimicking Clark with her own branded basketballs, just like they used to do with his. And then came the statement that echoed louder than any buzzer beater. MJ said the WNBA owes Clark for everything she's doing to elevate the game. Michael Jordan, the gold standard of basketball, just told an entire league to appreciate the rookie who's carrying them into the spotlight. This moment hit like a crossover highlight. When MJ endorses your impact, it means you're not just playing basketball, you're changing it. He didn't say she's good for women's basketball. He said she's good for basketball, period. That's not a compliment. That's a paradigm shift. And if your brain isn't blown yet, check this out. Caitlyn Clark and Michael Jordan are now the only 2 rookies, NBA or WNBA, who've averaged 18 plus points, 8.5 plus assists, 5 plus rebounds, 1 plus block, and 2 plus steals per game in the playoffs. That's not promising. That's record-shattering. She's not chasing Jordan's shadow. She's standing beside it. With the GOAT's blessing and a stat sheet that could make a calculator blush, one thing's clear. Caitlyn Clark isn't just taking the WNBA by storm. She's setting the whole sport on fire. He's getting the lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting put. All of his games are on TV. And he just was a polarizing figure. And Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of the NBA. This isn't a breakout. It's a full-blown revolution. She's turning arenas into sold-out shows, sponsors into believers, and fans into lifelong diehards. Brands aren't just slapping her on billboards, they're rewriting their entire future plans around her image. Clark isn't waiting her turn. She's rewriting the playbook in real time. This is the rise of a generational icon. And the scary part? She's just getting warmed up. If you can't wait to see Caitlyn back on the court, comment CC and MJ down below.